Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Fred Kaiser, Director of Vocal Music at Kirkwood Community College. Didn't have to come very far, just down the hill.
No, and it's a beautiful day to walk down the hill, so I'll do this every day.
And it's feeling like spring, so that is okay. Well, welcome, Fred. Good to see you.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
It's been a busy year and a busy kickoff to the new semester already for your vocal music department, and got a big event coming up with the Vocal Jazz Festival.
We do, yes.
And before we go there and talk about your very special guest, I still don't know how we managed to get New York Voices on their farewell tour. You are obviously living right. But before we go there, let's talk just a little bit about, I know that the vocal and instrumental departments from Kirkwood went to the Jazz Education Network conference in January, which is always in New Orleans. It's all these schools, all these professional artists. It's really kind of the jazz get together for the whole.
It is the
country.
hang. It really is the hang.
So how was that?
Oh, it was amazing. We had fantastic weather, first of all. You know, you can't beat January somewhere else, right? Anywhere else. And then we just had amazing 3 days of performances. Both of our groups performed and were clinicked by professionals in our field. And then hats off. And we took 3 days to visit, see a little bit of New Orleans, but also to go hear college professional ensembles throughout the day and night. We had events at Jen start at 8:00 in the morning and run until about 2:30 in the morning. So you can be so surrounded by so much wonderful things.
And there are headliner concerts every night.
Every night.
Too, stuff that, if you're in New York, you'd have to pay a couple of $100 to see.
Oh, absolutely. And so I heard, among the things that I heard great college ensembles from University of Northern Colorado, from the Pacific Standard Time from Cal State Long Beach. But I also heard Preservation Hall.
Oh, nice.
And their legacy band, and it was just, you just get goosebumps, right? And then a chance to interact with my kids. Met some of the people. They met people that arranged the music that they sing. And I've told them, such a wonderful opportunity to talk to these living composers and arrangers and just be right there with them.
So great way to kick off the semester, definitely.
Oh, it was. You get immersed in jazz. You get so excited about what you're doing. And there's a little bit of, wow, they're really good. What can I do to be like them? And how can I improve to be more like them? A lot of fun.
And great for the students, too, to see, well, this is what I could aspire. These students in this ensemble are not that much older than me.
Right.
And I could do this if I work hard at it. Absolutely.
And we've got students who think, as they look at transferring, there are a handful of programs around the country that are vocal jazz, vocal jazz programs that they look at and say, hey, I think I could do this. I've got one, I won't name names, who's looking at, for example, Western Michigan has one of
very good
the
program there.
Preeminent programs, and they're actually looking to transfer there. So that's pretty fun.
And then you go right into prep for your own Vocal Jazz Festival, because, of course, the winter is kind of contest season for jazz, for vocal jazz, for instrumental jazz. All the contests, all the adjudication events are happening, and we host a really big one right here at Kirkwood.
We really do. And, I've been on the road here the past month being an adjudicator at different festivals.
Going all over.
So it's
the place.
great to being on that, on that side of the fence. But we love doing this festival. Our goal is to bring in, nationally or internationally known performers who are also teachers. And I think it's really important for my students or for the high school students that come in to say, look, here are people who are kind of at the top of their craft as teachers, but not only can they talk about it, they can turn around and perform. And so we've had, just great performers.
Oh, you've had the group from North Texas State, which is, arguably one of the top programs in the world.
Well, and I just looked as I'm coming into the studio, I saw Alyssa Allgood's photo out in front.
That's right.
She's been here with us. Vertical Voices, Groove for Thought. Just some great performers.
But you really got a big one this time around.
I've got a big one this time around, and this has been actually about 3 years in the making. As we were their agent, and I have been looking at schedules, their schedule, and kind of where we fit into the contest season. I may have helped a little bit. The Voices host a summer camp every year, and I've actually been a camper the last 2 years at that camp that is housed up in Western Michigan. But I thought it was really important, how wonderful to have the Voices, New York Voices, back here one more time as they're in this.
Yeah, they are touring
the Twilight tour.
Yeah, they are touring the country for the final time.
Yeah.
So we've got them here. And again, this is, they're going to be, they're going to be in New York, they're going to be in LA, they're going to be in Chicago, every place between, all over the country doing one final round. And we have them for not one, but 2 nights.
2 nights. So it worked out just really well. Again, between their schedule and ours, after they perform here, they head down to Missouri and Omaha for a couple of dates. I wanted to make sure that as many groups, high school, and we've actually got a college group and a community group this year, but as many other groups to come in and have that opportunity to work with the Voices, that a 2-day festival. This is the first time that I've run a 2-day event. But then again, each night we're going to get a concert.
And we'll talk about the concert in a minute, but the clinicking and that, so primarily, we kind of think of this as, for high school groups, they come in, they sing, or in the case of a jazz band, they play their set. They do some clinicking and some work usually with a judge right there, and then they get a score.
Right.
There's trophies involved and stuff like that. You're doing all that stuff, but you have a couple of college groups, and you've also got a group coming out of Corral Midwest,
right?
Which is also going to be participating. I think that is so cool.
They have a group called After 5 that's been around for a couple of years, and we made that invite to them, and I'm just really excited on both sides, right, for them to have this opportunity, because they know, adult singers are going to certainly have more of a history with the music of New York Voices than your typical high school student. It's great. And then
so they run the risk of being even more starstruck.
right.
They might be more nervous doing their set than the high school students will be.
That's true. We'll see. But they're also good performers, so I think
they can handle the strain.
They'll hold their own.
And that is going to be going on Friday and Saturday, the 19th, or Thursday and Friday. The 19th and the 20th, and people can come just during the day and just hang out and just listen to the groups perform, hear the critiques, and you can just wander into Ballantyne. I did that last year. Yeah. I just came up over lunch and just sat and listened to about 3 groups.
And as I have done this festival actually since the Voices were here last in 2014, I have learned for a few years, the group would perform on stage and then they'd go off to another space and have their clinic, and it would be a really private sort of hush-hush thing. And a friend said, we enjoy the clinics as much as we do the performances. And so we've adjusted and spread things out. So the clinic is right there on stage in front of everyone and anyone. So
I always learn a lot myself when I watch these.
Yeah. And for me, it's a little of, I heard that thing, right? Oh, they're hearing the same things. And then sometimes there's just these gems that you want to write down, the ways that those adjudicators listen to these groups, work with these kids. So the daytime festival runs roughly 9:30 to... Well, it's 9:30 to 4:30 on Thursday, 9:30 to about 5:30 on Friday. The After 5 community group is the last group, and they're singing After 5 because they got to work.
Yeah.
All day, great opportunity, and then come back in the evenings.
Right, and then concerts each night featuring the New York Voices, again, in their final round of appearances.
Right. So it'll Kirkwood's Vocal Jazz, our group, Jazz Transit, going to open with a couple of numbers and then hand it off. And we've got a little surprise later in the program, but it will be, it'll just be fantastic. fantastic concerts.
Again, February 19th and 20th. Now, we anticipate that tickets will be a little bit more at a premium for this than your average concert, so you can get them in advance at kirkwood.edu/Ballantine. There's a ticket link there.
There's a ticket link. But still the great affordable price that we do for our other Kirkwood events. So
yeah, you're not paying any more.
You're not paying any more.
Yes.
But yeah, I think the hope is that we will run out of those tickets at some point. So
one of your last chances to see and hear the New York Voices right here on the Kirkwood campus coming up.
Well, and I got to put a shout out too, because we spoke about it earlier. I'm delighted. Typically, a couple of things can happen. Oftentimes, they will bring their own trio of musicians to back them up. Delighted that we've got a couple of Eastern Iowa folks that are playing with them on this gig.
Yeah, Blake Shaw and Tim Crumley are going to be joining them on bass and drums, and they were so impressed with getting to know those guys that they're going to travel with them.
Yeah, they've again through these other gigs that they've got that weekend, they're going to come along. And I think Blake has played with Kim Nazarian before, and I think Tim has played with, I think it's Kim and maybe Peter Eldridge. But to be able to play on this Voices tour.
Well, that speaks so highly of the quality of the musicians that we have. And of course, Blake Shaw, Kirkwood alum, got his start right here. And
Absolutely.
Now look at him playing with the New York Voices.
Yeah. So many things to be excited about.
So the 19th and the 20th, definitely make time to come out to the Kirkwood campus during the day and catch the Jazz Festival if you are available to do that. But definitely a don't miss to see the New York Voices on their farewell tour. 2 chances to see them, the 19th and the 20th. Again, kirkwood.edu/Ballantine for tickets.
7:30 concerts, probably run about 90 minutes or so, but a good length, just fantastic program.
Well, I hope you get some sleep in between now and then, because there are a lot of details that have to come to ground.
It's that last 48 hours, as you know, with some of the things you do, but there's always some sort of entertainment.
Oh, it's gonna be a great time. Thanks for all your work pulling this together, and we're looking forward to a couple of great days.
Well, my pleasure, and thanks for inviting me out.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.